Welcome back, everybody, to Nemesis. It is the first week of the regular season. I am Flip. I'm joined by Gallium. Gallium, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing absolutely excellent, and we have a banger matchup for our first matchup. We have actually a championship matchup from Season 8 happening in the Prospect League. Melons taking on Faded. It's going to be one for the ages here, Flip.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, these two teams, they did really well last season, but this season, uh, Melons, they look really strong again. Faded, they're not ranked nearly as high in the power rankings. Melons are ranked really high up there. So I think Melons definitely the favorites in this matchup so far. But I mean, it's the beginning of the season, Gallium. Nobody really knows what's gonna happen. So I'm excited to get this first week, this first match of this Nemesis season 9 started.
And as we wait for our two teams to join up, a little background on these two teams. Now, obviously, as mentioned previously, they did have the championship in season 8 where they went head to head. Melons took that one 4-1 and beat out Faded team who had a little bit of a dark horse run. They were the 7th seed going into the playoffs. They won their way up to the championship, beating my team Ember. I'll never forgive you, Faded, and winning their way up to beat or to at least attempt to beat the Melons, which they failed. And unfortunately for them, they failed. But now they have a brand new chance to show that this new roster ahead of them has what it takes to beat the Melons. And the roster in question has a few notable players. For Faded, they have Psycho, the same Psycho from Season 8, along with Melt, Sub-Zero, and Slays playing for them. And Melons only having one player retained from their Season 8 victory, that being Drips, is going to be their captain. Monkey Bacon, Dux Music joining them as well. Should be a great matchup, Flip, and I'm really excited for this action to be underway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're unfaded, obviously Psycho specifically, you're definitely feeling that grand finals loss. And so matching up like this against the Melons week 1, that's what you want. You want your revenge and you want your revenge early. And Drips and Monkey Bacon definitely going to be a very scary combination. But this Melon roster, they're looking very scary. So Faded, they're gonna need to score. I'm pretty sure the Melons, they're gonna have a pretty high powered offense if I had to guess. But Faded,
Mm.
they're no slouches themselves. I know Melt's really good, Sub-Zero and Psycho as well. Those three probably gonna be the starters. But I also heard that Faded also might be needing a sub, so that could also put a hindrance into their plans, which would obviously not be the way you want to start out the season. But hey, sometimes the FA subs, they can be clutch. They
Oh
can
yeah.
be real clutch, and so maybe they get a good one. Maybe they sign that player. It's the beginning of the season. Anything really can happen. No roster's really set. I feel like the Melons, they look good, but maybe the chemistry's not there. But if I had to pick, I would pick the Melons going into this series so far. But I mean, we still are waiting on Faded to even join the lobby. Melons are here. They're waiting. They're getting a little cold. They might have to wait just a little bit longer as well. So we're not sure how long Faded might take. They do have a little bit more time, I believe, for the FF timer.
Yeah.
It would suck.
It's
It
15
would suck.
minutes, I believe.
Okay, yeah, it would suck to have our first game be an FF. I definitely want Faded to get in here. Hopefully, they can find somebody because it's going to be an interesting matchup no matter who they bring. Because I know Psycho and Melt. If those two are playing, they can definitely win this series. So I think it's going to be winnable no matter who they play with. It's just about being able to put your best foot forward, and Melons. That's what they're going to look to do and take a nice victory in game 1.
And I think that's what they're going to want to hope to do. And for the case of both teams, taking a win here would not be so bad. And the terms of the power rankings, thank you, DJD, for these wonderful power rankings, by the way. He's been posting them everywhere, been doing a really great job. They actually had the Melons sitting at 6th in the power rankings, so a little bit farther down than what I would have expected of a former
Mm-hmm.
champion, but they still retain some of that strong standing. They're at least in the top 10. And speaking of the top 10, Faded is also sitting at the top 10, sitting at 8th in the rankings, and that's going to be a good place for them, especially since I think honestly they're a little bit of a sleeper team coming into this season, but it's not something that they're not used to at this point, as they were a sleeper team last playoffs. And going into this season, both teams wanting a fresh start, and they're going to get that here. And I want to talk about the players a little bit for both of these teams. Now, of course, Faded has Seiko. Seiko is a player in Season 8 who was kind of, he reminded me actually, in the season 7 win, where he played that third man, but unlike me, he could actually hit the ball and do incredible things with the ball, scoring amazing goals on the pitch and honestly being the X factor for his faded team. And unfortunately, they fell short. I'm looking for him to really step up and be an absolute menace, on the field. And another notable player, at least in my eyes, for this faded team is Sub-Zero. Now, he's been kind of on and off some rosters, but in my novice season, I went up against him, and he's probably one of the toughest players to play against, especially on the pitch. I mean, you look at head-to-head matchups, I mean, he really offers a lot of ground control, and he'll really get in your face, and that's not something you want to go against if you are the Melons. And speaking of the Melons, we got some players on their team. We got some absolute heavy hitters, Flip, and
Hmm.
uh, you started off with Drips. Drips, I don't think you could have had a better top player than Drips going into this season. I mean, he was incredible even last season when his MMR was, I think, 50 below the peak of what he is now. I mean, he's transformed himself into a great player. He's joined alongside a Monkey Bacon, Dux, and Music, who is actually a sub up, and Music is a mechanical beast. And I honestly, I don't know if he's playing today. I don't think he is, but if he was, it would be a mechanical show. And speaking of mechanical shows, that's what we have in store for you. Is I think every player is in the lobby, and I just want to hear some predictions from you, Flip. Who do you think's taking this one?
You know, I got faith. I got faith in Monkey Bacon. Monkey Bacon is a really strong player as well. He's someone that can pull out some mechanics whenever you need him to, and so I feel like Drips and Monkey Bacon. I feel like they're gonna be able to take this one, but hey, I don't know if I could cut off it. But I'm gonna go Melons. I'm gonna go Melons in 4, if I had to pick. But Gallia, how about you? Where are you feeling?
You know, I like to lean towards the underdogs in any situation, but I think in this situation, I'm gonna have to lean the same way. We got
Hmm.
faded in 3. I think they're gonna take it in a clean sweep. I
Ooh.
think they're gonna really show the Melons who's boss. But hey, that could be just completely me. And as these players are joining the lobby, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to season number 9, as it is underway and it is in front of each and one of your screens. Sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, because season number 9 is underway as the kickoff going out. Dux and Psycho gonna collide. Gonna give it to Drips in the corner, who's gonna get it quickly taken away from Sub-Zero on the wall. And
Ooh.
almost an insane read to start off this series. Monkey Bacon taking down the pitch. He has an open net here, and he's gonna easily put it in the back of the net. Monkey Bacon gets one.
Man, Sub-Zero showing his mechanics, but it doesn't matter if you're letting open nets like this in. Monkey Bacon just had to put that one on target, and he was able to do so, giving the Melons the early lead, and that's what you want to look for if you're the Melons, starting off strong with only 13 seconds off the clock.
13 seconds is such a crazy fast time to score, and it is something to look forward to if you are the Melons having that nice lead. And we'll see if that lead stays where it is, as the ball in the midfield again. Psycho gonna pop it up, try to pop it up above Dux. Unfortunately, is not going to be able to do it. Both these teams do not like each other a whole lot. We'll see if that transforms into a grudge match. Dux is going to send it up above. He can't find a second touch and leaves it to Slays. But before he can hit the ball, he is Demo Dux with an amazing demo. I've noticed from him, he is a demo beast. And, you know, looking for more demos across the pitch. And Flip, I know you are a rival player. You're much better than I am. Is there anything that's really popping out to you from both these teams? I know it is. We're 2 minutes into this one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like the amount of midfield control that both these teams they like to pressure the midfield whenever they are on offense. They don't want to give the team easy clears. However, it does lead to maybe a little bit longer clears going over your head, and so whenever that happens, it can be very dangerous. But both these teams, after that first goal, they've settled in nicely. The stream nerves, I feel like, have calmed down a little bit. I don't think they're going to be giving many breakaway goals like that. So now you got to figure out if this faded team can finally get a shot on target and finally get a goal, because while, they both only have one shot on target, one has gone in the net and one has not. Maybe Slays here looking for a pass mid, but still nothing. Ooh, Psycho almost having something. But
Oh
yeah,
my.
Gallium, the pressure from both these teams is definitely what's impressed me so far.
Yes, and I think it's impressed all the viewers at home as Dux is going to give a dangerous back pass, but Monkey Bacon is going to be like, all right, I got you. And that's what you like to see in teammates, some confidence, hopefully going to be starting to form for both of these teams. It is halfway, almost halfway through this game number one, and Dux unfortunately misses that one. Monkey Bacon can't find a hit. Drips gets bumped on the double attempt, and here comes Seiko. Gonna try to settle this ball down, and he does, but not before Dux can hit it away. Dux gonna send it over to the sidewall. Gonna find another teammate. More demos coming out. It's like WWE. It's a bunch of dive bombs. Seiko gonna hit it to the right side where Monkey Bacon's gonna meet it, and it is now up to Slays to do some defense here. Drips is going to pass it to himself, but not before Slays meets it himself. Almost 2 minutes left to go, and this one flip, and both of these teams are trading blows like Seiko
Ooh.
right here, almost off the backboard. What are you noticing from this Faded team, and what do you think they need to do to get their first goal on the board?
Now, they've been looking really strong now. Their shots have just been a little bit off, but maybe that was almost a devastating blow there for the Melons. But now, that ball doesn't go in, but the Faded, they're able to get the pressure. They're just not able to get the finishing blow. The shots just aren't there. And honestly, the shooting has just been lacking, and that's what they really need to work on. The demos, though, the demos have been very key for the Melons. Dukes in particular, I think that's his third demo of the game. It alleviates so much pressure for him. Oh, that's a great
Oh!
opportunity off the post. And the Melons, they're breathing a sigh of relief because that one was basically in the net.
Oh, two goals for comfort. And speaking of two goals for comfort, Slays almost puts one in the back of the net. Same with Sub-Zero. He tried to find one. Monkey Bacon up. He already has one goal. Can he get a second? No, he can't. Seiko gonna send it to the side while Drips matches his energy. Seiko is gonna send one in front of the net. Dux, easy save. Gonna send it to the right. This one's gonna be a slug match the whole way. And with 1 minute remaining, who can get this next goal? It's a crucial one at that. Seiko gonna pop it up for Dux. Dux sends it to the ceiling and popping right back down. Sub-Zero over to the left side. Drips matches his touch. Seiko accidentally pops it up, and in the net it goes for Monkey Bacon's second goal of the game.
Man, Seiko, he's been doing so well, especially on offense, but a touch like that to give up a goal with such little time remaining, it's definitely a devastating blow to Faded. However, this game isn't over. 43 seconds. They've had more pressure, it feels like, than the Melons. So Faded definitely still have a shot at this game, but they got to start scoring the ball if they want to win. That was an opportunity. Another good defensive stop, though, from the Melons, and with 30 seconds remaining, Gallium, it's looking like Melons are going to take this one.
And a little ridiculous stat here. Monkey Bacon is a former novice player, so this is his first ever prospect game, and he's doing absolutely phenomenal. But in the terms of Faded, they need to get a goal real quick as 15 seconds are elapsed. Seiko gonna try to get a touch, but Dux is gonna send it right back. 8 seconds left. Drips to the sidewall. Can he get one more goal as a comfort goal? No, he can't. Slays over to Seiko, and that's gonna just about do it. Melons gonna take game number one in this best of 5 series, Flip.
Yeah, game number one going to the Melons, and honestly, unsung hero was Dukes. Dukes on the defensive side and with the demos, man. That's a big part of this game and a big reason why, Faded, they had a lot of pressure, but Dukes was able to alleviate it with all those demos, and honestly, Drips had a couple as well, so overall, the Melons roster played really, really solid. Monkey Bacon really stepping up, though. As you said, novice player coming up into prospect and showing what he's worth. Showing, 2 goals on 2 shots. That's the only 2 shots Melons had all game. So, two for two, though. They took advantage of their opportunities, and Faded, they just didn't. They had 6 shots, no goals. I would say the defense from the Melons is what really saved them.
Yeah, and honestly, if Melons can keep playing this way, I don't think they're gonna have to take shots. Just let Monkey Bacon do all the work, and Dux and Drips are gonna be on the defensive side, helping you out. I will say for Faded, they had a lot of chances, I feel like, but they were just stopped at the goal line by, again, this Melons defense, who has been so crucial in the season 8 championship, and now here you see their defense really locking down, and Dux is just one of those players who's going to lock down that defense any way he can. I think a change that Faded needs to make is they need to get the ball more on their car, and they need to control this ball with intensity and with vision. I feel like they need to find each other, and with that, game number 2 is underway as two players collide for the ball, and it is sent into the faded zone where Sub-Zero meets it. He's going to give it over to Dux. Dux hits it off the ceiling. Seiko is going to do an accidental backflip,
Ooh.
very flashy one at that, as Monkey Bacon going to find a touch, a ridiculous touch from Monkey Bacon. Dux, again with the defensive stop, going to send it into the corner. Great awareness to do so. Seiko and Monkey Bacon going to collide here. Seiko with another touch, sending it down the field. Can he get one more? Tavora pass. Slays tries to slide in right corner, and Sub-Zero does the dirty work, finishing it off for Faded's first goal of the series.
That's what you need if you're Faded. Just relentless pressure. And Seiko, going off the backboard there was smart. He didn't want to shoot the ball because it would have gotten stopped. Sub-Zero shot off the post, or no, not Sub-Zero, sorry. Play for Slay shot off the post, and then Sub-Zero able to finish it. I mean, that's just what you need if you're Faded, because, man, Melons, they've been very good on the defensive end, but if you just keep sending everybody, you gotta score eventually, right? And they're looking to score again, as I play for Slays, making a great play, going through everybody.
There's the control touches I was mentioning. You have to get those to pop it over the Melon defenders. Slays, incredible control to get it over one, and a second one to send it right towards the net for Faded's second goal of the series, and a crucial second goal as we saw Melons go up 2-0, and they did not let this score up. Let's see if Faded have the same fate as Slays is going to meet a defender on the sidewall. Seiko, gonna send it down. Said sidewall to Monkey Bacon, who's going to try to make a play. He's been mechanical all series. Can he make a play to get his team in front? Dux going to try to send the ball to a teammate, and he finds one with drips and control touch to the bottom right corner. Are you kidding me, Flip?
That was a perfect shot if you're a Drips right there, but a lot of credit also, I believe it was Dux demo chasing the guy in net, so you couldn't just sit in net there. You had to go, and Drips just had to slaughter around him. But the pressure from Dux, a big factor for that goal right there, and able to get a quick one right back. Not even a minute and a half into this game, 2-1. Maybe
what is happening?
3-1. Oh, Monkey Bacon with the save, but man, Gallium, the pressure and the goals and the scoring for this game so much higher than the last one.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just stream nerves, and the first game of the season plus stream nerves, oh boy, you're cooking up a little bit of a concoction there. And I think for this Faded team, they're looking to shut down the Melons after this. Oh my! And speaking of shutting down the Melons, they failed to do so with Dux gonna slot it in the back of the net. What a shot.
Yeah, really good shot there, and he did it just enough. I mean, that's more on the Faded defense. They got really close together there, and just one touch from Monkey Bacon pretty much beat all of them, and Duke's able to put that one on target. Looking really good now, Gallium. It's 2-2 with just over 3 minutes remaining. Can the Faded bring it back, or do Melons score once again?
I wonder if the Melons are going to run Fade's fade, as Sub-Zero is going to bring it into the Melons corner. Going to try to find a touch. Unfortunately, it is not able to do so. Monkey Bacon finds a touch. Going to give it over to Drips, who's going to waterfall it down. And that's an easy goal for Dux. What a read and what a play.
Man, Drips hit that ball just perfectly to bounce off the corner of the ceiling, and Dukes read that perfectly, like you said, and just like that, 3 goals consecutively puts the Melons ahead, and it's felt like so much of the game has gone by, but we're not even halfway done.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been a change of pace from game number 1, and that's something you love to see from Nemesis, as it's gonna go top cheese for Psycho. What a shot.
Where is the defense? I feel like last game was a defensive masterclass from both teams, and this one, they said, nah, we're turning it all into offense, but hey, these games usually much more exciting. 3-3 now, going blow for blow with each other. Faded and Melons, neither of these teams want to lose this game 2, because, I mean, hey, this one can decide the series, and Faded, they know they don't want to lose this first series of Nemesis Season 9, and Melons, they don't want to back down either. 3-3, halfway through. I wonder who's going to break this tie.
And we're just going to have to wait and see as both these teams at a deadlock right now. Dux is going to send it over to the faded corner. Halfway through this game, both teams fighting for a chance to win this game number 2, a very pivotal game. As a pass
Oh,
from the defense over to Sub-Zero and a misplay is the right play for Faded.
man, that's the second goal in a row for Faded that, hey, Melo just kind of passed it to him, but man, that was a perfectly placed shot if you're Sub-Zero. Right into that top right corner. That's what we want to see if you're unfaded. The shooting like that. It wasn't there last game. It's definitely here this game, Gallium.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think they're going to keep on scoring if they're shooting like that.
And, shoot or shoot. And that's exactly what Faded's doing. Is Seiko, again, going to try to go up and get that double. He's going to get bumped off. The Melons going to recoup and evaluate themselves and their defense, and that's something they're going to need to do in order to be successful here. A 4-3 game. Faded has the lead. Can they find another goal to maybe ice this game? Sub-Zero is going to miss his touch. Monkey Bacon hits his. It's a pass out, but both players accidentally flip, and they are now silent on the pitch. Oh my goodness, what a goal.
Man, that's stream nerves right there. You could tell. I mean, also, it is game one, or the first game of the season, so they haven't played with each other all that much, and so communication like that is definitely a big factor. And whenever they probably both called for it, and they probably both backed off.
Oh yeah.
So they definitely tried to be a little selfless, but in the end, it backfired on them. So now they are in a 2-goal deficit. Melon's gotta respond. And I'm looking at Drips or Monkey Bacon to do so. Monkey Bacon's been quite quiet this game.
Oh.
Almost had a perfectly
Oh
placed
no.
shot there. Almost a counter attack in Gallium. These teams, they just want to attack. They don't want to play
Yeah.
defense.
They say, who needs defense? Defense just calls for better offense, and they've been displaying that offense, but hasn't really been defense decided as more than 1 minute left to go, or sorry, less than 1 minute left to go in this game number 2, as Slays is going to miss his touch, but Monkey Bacon makes good of his touch.
No.
Duke's trying to pass it back to a non-existent teammate, does not find one. Drips gonna send it down to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's gonna get a touch right to the defense. Monkey Bacon up. Dux is trying to 1v2 and nobody makes contact with that ball. Drips has a good clear opportunity and clear he does. It's gonna be over to the faded defense, but he gets dunked out by Drips. Drips, a great player for this Melons team. Can he get a goal here to maybe send them into overtime? It's going to be a little tough. 10 seconds left. Now 8. Drips up with the ball. He can't find the touch. Can Dux maybe find a touch? He does. Down the field. Drips with the redirect. He can't find it. Seiko sending it over, and that's going to be a game number 2 victory for Faded. And wow, this is going to be one heck of a series if this keeps happening, Flip.
Yeah, no, you get shut out game 1 and you respond with 5 goals in game number 2. That's the kind of response you need if you're faded. And Melons now, honestly, their defense only only having 1 save. That's definitely not good enough if you're Melons. And a lot of it was counterattacks. It felt like counterattacks from faded. There were a lot of goals that they kind of just seemed open for faded, and they were able to take advantage of them. And you know what? Props to them. But Melons, that third man, that's got to be more consistent. And there were a couple goals that I felt like Melons just passed the ball to Faded. So overall, the series definitely, or the game definitely not the way the Melons won it. And honestly, I can see them bouncing back, but they got to make the corrections on defense. And you can't allow 5 goals again because that's just so hard to win.
And I think they tried to play Faded's kind of style of a shootout game, and it didn't really work out for them. I think they had to clamp down on defense and really structure themselves in a way where the rotation's smooth and they can get to the ball really quickly on defense and clear it out. And I think the big thing for them in game 1 was making good on Faded's mistakes. And I think Faded did that to them. Where you see 2 accidental passes coming out from Melons over to Faded. And that's going to be, honestly, I think the key to this series, seeing which team can make the least amount of mistakes. Guess we're going to have to find out as game number 3 is underway. And before this gets underway, Flip, who do you have taking this one?
This game, I feel like, is going to go to Faded again. I don't know. Maybe Melons do bounce back, but Faded, they look so strong. I got to pick them because they showed up and they were lights out in game number 2. So game number 3, I want to see the same thing out of them, but maybe the Melons can bring it back. Monkey Bacon trying to do
Oh,
so, not able to
what a
find the
save.
shot. But yeah, I feel like Fade takes it. Gallium, what about you?
You know what? I would have to agree. Unless some changes are made to Melons, I think Faded just is playing better as of both of these games, and we're seeing a more offensive style play from them as
Dude,
Dukes with the double touch. Oh my goodness! Send a postcard, send it to Grandma. What a double tap!
man, that was absolutely perfect. It was just high enough to where Slays couldn't get it, and just low enough to where Dukes could get back to it. And that's what you need if you're the Melons. Starting this game off 1-0. You know, not as quickly as the 13-second goal they had in game number 1, but they'll definitely take that one. Maybe looking for a second.
Oh,
Monkey Bacon slots
oh!
it. What a shot! What a play! And they're up 2-0.
This is ridiculous. The mechanical plays coming out from this Melons team, they've just unlocked their potential as Monkey Bacon, a key factor in that game 1 victory, is now scoring goals. And now you have to think, is this Melons team finally awake? And my answer would probably be yes, as they've been looking absolutely phenomenal against this Faded team. But will it last? As this Faded team, again, did beat them in game number 2. Can they repeat the story as Dux is going to send it out? Oh, a big save coming from Seiko, the defensive mastermind. Monkey Bacon going to try to get a touch, but not before Slays can find one. Dux over to Seiko. He's going to find one. Can he find a double? No, he can't. Rips over to Monkey Bacon. An incredible play. Can he find one more for another pass? No, he can't, but it pops out to Dux. Dux misses his touch. Now Melons have to retreat. A beautiful play. Can Sub-Zero get the double? No, he can't. It's still floating in front of the net. Dux to the sidewall. He gets another touch. Can he get a third? No, he can't. The ball being popped over to the Melons side. It's just back and forth here in game number 3. It's going to continue as Seiko in front of the net. Drips hitting it to the side. And now Sub-Zero has control. He's going to get one. Can he get a second? Oh, a good dunk opportunity, but it does not pop out in front of the net like he wanted to. Monkey Bacon pops it up. He can't find the double because Sub-Zero is right there. And a pinch attempt coming out. Seiko, a bang! Shot. Oh my goodness. What a play.
Man, the passing from these two teams has been immaculate this game. These guys are passing in defense, like, right to each other, and right there on offense, that was a 3-man passing play. The Faded looking absolutely crazy, and honestly, they're looking like they can score again, but the Melons, they're looking just as good. That was just a great play from Faded.
Yeah, I mean, they're both warmed up now. They're both ready to play and getting this action on. As you know, I wouldn't expect anything less of a championship rivalry. As oh no, the ball is slipping
No!
back into the net, and a misplay for the defense is again the right play for the Melons.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. That's a
Oh
goal.
no.
You go down 2 because of that. I mean, that's a goal, Gallium, that you just gotta say, hey, shake it off, go next. But now you're down 2, and so maybe that goal matters because, I mean, the Faded, they were looking to score again, but a goal like that can put a damper on things. Maybe another
Oh.
one. Duke's trying to score. Melons
Oh.
looking so
Oh.
dangerous. And dangerous they are as Monkey Bacon puts in another. That's his 3rd this game.
Monkey Bacon with the fruit bowls. Again, that fruit goal explosion. He's making use out of it, as that has been 5 times a bunch of fruits have flied across the screen. And what better for the Fruit Ninjas organization than to have that goal explosion? And what a better player to pick up than Monkey Bacon? I can answer that question for you. There is none, as Dux is going to take it down to Seiko, who's going to pop it over to the defense, and Drips is going to jump out of scaredness. Drips gonna pop it to the ceiling. Monkey Bacon gonna get another touch. Oh my goodness, was that 3 touches? I mean, this guy needs to be bumped up to challenger at this point. Sub-Zero with the control of the ball. He's gonna find another touch. A beautiful pass to Seiko, and that's how you respond.
Man, the offense for the Melons was definitely on shine today, or in this game, but the defense definitely not there for that one. Monkey Bacon was on the back wall, and I thought he definitely should have been in net there. So mistakes like that kind of show, you know, a player like Monkey Bacon, yes, he can be great, but they all have their weaknesses. Now Faded just has to exploit them, and Seiko's trying to do it. Not able to get around Drips there. Drips has been a rock wall on the defense, and he's been allowing Monkey Bacon to do his thing on offense, and that's what this Melons team needs. And It's looking good for game number 3, but there's still a minute and a half remaining, and Faded are not going to
Oh,
go away easy, as I play for Slays, almost gets one there, and it's still looking dangerous. Monkey Bacon finally gets it clear, but Gallium, no. This Faded team, still looking super strong.
they look they look like they've been in the gym. I mean, they just look muscles just shining and all. I mean, they've been winning these 50s, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat this Melons team if you can't formulate some offense. And speaking of offense, we're seeing the Melons do what they do best in these passing plays. As Slay's going to try to get it over one. The Melons defense showing up now. Seiko off the Melons side wall. He can't find the touch. Sub-Zero going to pop it over. And with 1 minute left, can they get a goal? No, they can't. I play for Slays, just missing that one. Seiko gonna get one touch. Can he get another past Dux? No, he can't. Sub-Zero gonna pop it to the backboard, but Monkey
Ooh.
Bacon is waiting there. Dangerous touch, though. Gonna go out back to the
No.
midfield. Drips over to the faded net. It's open. He misses it, but was it a pass? What a play! What just happened?
Drips. Okay, that's too easy
That's
for Drips.
ridiculous. That's
Nah.
ridiculous.
He goes off for the squishy. Not the squishy save, the squishy goal steal. What a play there. I mean, obviously, you'd want to score the open net, but man, he's on stream. He wants to make it look a little fancy. And going up by 3 goals there, that's gotta feel good if you're Drips. And Monkey Bacon, I don't know if he likes getting his 6th goal of the series stolen, but, you know, I think the team, they're scoring enough. They almost scored again. Gallium, this Melons roster, they are looking absolutely dangerous on offense.
You wouldn't expect anything less from the defending champs, as they've looked absolutely incredible. But this faded team, they've won a game before in this series, so you know they look to at least take this game number 4 from out under the Melons. But as for this game number 3, it's going to go in favor of the Melons. An incredible win for them, and they have a chokehold on the series here. Let's see if Faded can respond here, Flip.
Yeah, I mean, Melons, they lost game number 2, and they allowed 5 goals, and this time they put up 5 goals, and so it's really just it's a boxing match where both teams they're just going all out, and they are going slug for slug. It feels like, and the Melons, there you go. They walk away with the victors this time, but Faded, they're good at responding, and I can definitely expect Faded to come back in game number 4 and respond very strong. Sub-Zero was the main contributor of the offense in game number 2. This time, definitely not nearly as prominent, and so that's the player I'm going to be looking at to like really step up in game number 4. Because if you're Faded, this is a series that's definitely winnable. You saw in game number 2 that you can win this series. You just gotta kind of put up that same kind of effort and capitalize on the mistakes that Melons make, because they do make the mistakes. You just got to be able to capitalize on them. And Faded, I feel like they're definitely going to take this game number 4, and I think we're going to have a game number 5.
You know, personally, I have to agree. As Faded has been kind of in there, except for this game 3, they've just been. I think they just lack confidence against this Melon team, because you're seeing the goals that are being scored against you, and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is the team we're playing against. I mean, I can relate to that kind of thinking, but if you're Faded, you have to bounce back, and this is the game to do it on Utopia Coliseum. We're running it back here. Game number 4 is underway as Seiko gonna make a touch into the Melons corner. The ball is popped up early. Slays!
Whoa.
An attempt on the ball was made. Unfortunately, he couldn't come down with it. Monkey Bacon has been exceptional all series. Cannot find another touch there, but Seiko just might be
No
able
way.
to score. What a redirect! Oh my goodness, these two teams are mechanical beasts.
Oh my, I saw Sub-Zero on the backboard. I said, no shot he's going for this. Nah, a prospect player
This
can't
is
hit that.
prospect?
That is
This is
crazy.
ridiculous.
Gallium, this is your league. You watch out. That
No,
is crazy.
I'm terrified right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Flip. My game's at 9. I'm like, oh my goodness, are the Wyverns gonna beat us that badly? Because I mean, just look at these two teams. They're so incredible with these mechanics. They're flying everywhere. And honestly, without even seeing the rest of these teams in prospect leagues, these are some top dogs battling it out right now, Flip.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I can definitely see both these teams making playoffs, but they don't care about that. They care about this game right here.
Oh,
And,
no.
well, Melons? Oh, I thought Drips was about to save it, but no, he places that perfectly in the top right corner.
Okay, Rockerman, where did you get these players? They're from another planet. Drips, top right corner, an immaculate finish for an immaculate player as a series. They have the advantage in this series, and they're still going for shots like that. I mean, you have to think maybe they have some kind of nerves, but no, they are absolutely attacking this game.
No.
And speaking of such,
Oh my God.
Drips almost finds another one there, as Faded have to respond here to push this game or series into a game number 5. Drips gonna get one touch. Can he find another? No, he cannot. An attempt of a bump was made. Dux gonna send the pass out. Seiko gonna make a save. Seiko can't find another one as Slays and Drips battle it out. Drips wins that 50, but not before Sub-Zero can get a hold of it. And he does just that. The ball is up, and Monkey Bacon trying to go for another backboard read in this game. Cannot find it. Dux is on the ground now. Drips popping it over to Monkey Bacon. Monkey Bacon off the back wall. Drips down to
Oh,
Monkey Bacon. And oh my goodness, what is happening?
what?
The ball is finally in the net, and Dux is the one to finish it.
That played ping pong in front of the net for like a solid 5 seconds, and Dukes, I mean, he's been the consistent third man for this team. He's been the one that's been staying back and letting Drips and Monkey Bacon cook, and they were cooking, but Dukes finally able to slot another one home. I'm pretty sure that's his
Oh
third
my
goal of the
gosh.
series. What a bump!
Yeah, did
Like,
you see that?
Dukes,
incredible.
Dukes goes. Well, I think it was Monkey Bacon actually, but it doesn't matter. This Melons team, they go for some of the craziest plays, and they have been doing it
Oh
to
no.
success. Almost a
Oh!
goal. Wait, Drip,
What
my
is
God.
happening?
William, in front of this faded net, some of the craziest things have gone on.
Oh my goodness, and this is not going to be one of them as Dux sends it wide. Drips going to try to find another touch, but Monkey Bacon finds one first as we're approaching halfway through this game. One of these teams looking for a series win, and Melons have the advantage here as the ball is up. Drips
What a
gets a
read.
touch off of it, but it's passed right down to Seiko, who makes a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in. The ball was black in one of the corners. It almost went in as Sub-Zero pops it up for Slays. Slays can only find a touch off the backboard. He can't find one on net. Seiko off the sidewall gets one other touch before the ball is settled down. Sub-Zero up with it, but Dux 50s him out. Slays down to Drips. And with almost 2 minutes left to go in this match here, Flip, who do you think has the advantage regardless of the score?
Regardless of scoreline, I think it's still Melons, but I think Faded are definitely starting to get their ground back. They seem to be a little bit more stable now. I say that, and Monkey Bacon just comes in and ruins everything, but yeah, Faded, they're looking a little bit better, but man, this Melons team, they are looking nigh unstoppable right now. This Melons team is looking absolutely cracked. So I don't know what Faded has to do to get through this defense, but they only have a minute and a half to do it.
Yes, and that is the time restraint put on top of them in order for them to do it. Will Faded come on top, or will they let Melons beat them for the
Oh.
second time in a row in a series as Drips goes up with it? And Sub-Zero as well. With them can't make contact, but Dux can make contact, though. He tries to get one more. A flip reset attempt is failed as all four wheels cannot make contact under the ball. Seiko gonna 50 it out to the sidewall. It does not go as Sub-Zero makes a touch before it goes. Drips is up with it. Monkey Bacon as well. The ball pops over to Sub-Zero. This could be dangerous. A back pass attempt. And if that found somebody, that could have been dangerous. Unfortunately, it is not. Monkey Bacon to the side. Sub-Zero is trying to find a settling touch. He does. Dux over to Slays. Slays down the pitch. He can't find a teammate, but Slays is there. And Drips misses his touch. Oh, Dux misses his touch as well, but Monkey Bacon bails them out. Sub-Zero has a clear attempt, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Monkey Bacon off the sidewall. 30 seconds remaining in this game. Who will come out on top in game number 4? Will it be Melons? All they have to do is hang on, or will it be Faded scoring one more goal to end it? Dux trying to find that goal to end it, as mentioned previously. Sub-Zero over to Seiko. Seiko's trying to find a teammate. He can't find one. Drips over to his back wall. 10 seconds left. Now 9. Seiko up with the ball. He can't find another touch. The ball is settled down now. The ball is on the ground. Slays pops it up one more time. Sub-Zero another time. Can they find this ball in the air? Oh, no, they can't, as it's cleared right down to the ground. And those are your series winners, everybody. Congratulations to the Melons for winning that series. And oh my goodness, I had a heart attack all series. I don't know about you, Flip.
Nah, that was a exciting series. That was a fireworks display pretty much because both these teams, Fade might have lost, but they looked dang good while doing it. And I mean, honestly, Sub Zero and Psycho played extremely well. I played for Slays. It's supposed to be their sub, and he played extremely well too. But man, this Melons roster looked absolutely fantastic. Monkey Bacon being I mean, I've seen Monkey Bacon play, and Monkey
Hmm.
Bacon did Monkey Bacon things. He
Oh yeah.
he can be that guy, and that's what he was this series. Drips and Dukes supported him extremely well too, and Drips, I mean, he made some great plays as well. But Dukes, man, the unsung hero of this team. I feel like this season, this entire season, Dukes is going to be a little bit underrated because that man, he did what was needed. He
Yeah.
played the defense. He got the demos. He got the bumps. He was the utility man, and he did the dirty work. And I think he was the main proponent for the Melons to win this series, but honestly, all three of them played really, really well. So congratulations to the Melons.
And congratulations indeed. And oh my goodness, what a way to start out this play day number one, first one of season 9. And we are running a little bit behind, so I will have to say my farewell for now. But we have a lineup of 2 more games remaining today, so make sure to stick around for that. I want to thank you again, Flip, for joining me. It's always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure.
And make sure to buy your Nemesis merch. You see this strip? It could be on you yourself. It's some beautiful stuff in the Nemesis store. Make sure to go cop it, and make sure to have a nice rest of your day, guys. My name's Gallium. I'm here with Flip, and we'll see you right when we come back.
ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for some more opening day matchups here, heading to the Novice League, where we will have Frost and Ninjas playing head-to-head for their first game of Season 9. I'm joined here today by Vexy. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing splendid. My rookie cast for today. So, I'm getting all the rookie gigs. I got to explain the whole matchup. I got to do all this and that for you guys. But should be a good time. It's my first time here. I'm very excited to be joining you guys for the future. And it's going to be a great day. The matchup we have today in the Novice League, Frost and Ninjas, it's going to be a good one. B-Matt, I know you're more experienced with these guys, man. Can you give us a little more matchup info as we head into game number 1?
Yeah, I mean, looking at these two rosters, they've changed a lot since last season. So a lot of the last season info isn't really going to be relevant here. Quick little look, though. Last season, Frost did sweep Ninjas in the one game they played each other. Both teams have very solid players, but we are heading into game 1. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as, the game continues. We get a little bit of downtime. But we got Frost already trying to put on some shots here. Ball's going to head over into Ninja's corner. Ninja's looking for a clear. Cozy's going to get it. It's an open net. Frost is able to get back in time. Chad clears it downfield. Cal will be able to get there in time for the save. Speed's trying to put one on. They're trying to put some pressure in. Open net for Cal. And just like that, they're going to get a quick 1-0 lead.
Ninjas, going right down the field here. A little miscommunication play. And Cal will pick up off his teammate's shot. And it goes right down the field. And we got a 1-0 ball game for Ninjas here in game number 1.
Yeah, a nice quick start for Ninjas. They got fairly easy goal for them there. So, that may relieve the nerves a little bit if there were any to start with. Playing on stream, it is a little nerve-wracking for some people, especially if you haven't been in that position before. Chad's going to demo Mallow on the ball. Frost trying to get something started here as you have a double commit by Ninjas. Cozy gets 50'd by Chad. Frost's going to need to get something started. They're not going to be able to just let Ninjas run through them as Mallow tries to get a shot. Will not go. Dan takes it into the corner. Speed going for the shot. It will not go. Ball is up for Chad. Chad trying to get a shot here. Going to happen. Actually, what are you seeing from these teams? What do you like? What do you not like? What do you think they need to change up to get things started?
I think Ninjas here, just keep doing what they're doing. Right now they're getting some decent zone time, but overall, right now they are winning the ball possession battle about 52% to their name so far. They're doing pretty well on the offensive side, and obviously vice versa for Frost. They need to get their act together. They need to get their game going. Right now, they got a little bit of momentum here. Chad with the goal. We tied at 1.
That was a beautiful redirect by Chad. There's no saving that. Perfect placement. Just like that, we are tied. So there you have it. Frost may not have had the possession advantage there, but, they got what they could and they tied it up. That's all that matters. Most important part. Doesn't matter who has the ball the most, as long as you're able to do stuff with it when you have it.
Matters about the number on the scoreboard.
That is true. Frost trying to get something else going. Cal with the save. Another putback by Chad, and they're up to 1.
Chad, going top cheese here. Something that you love to see from this guy, putting it top left. And they go up 2-1. The number 1 ranked team in the preseason rankings finally living up to their hype.
It's true. There is a bit of a gap between these two teams in the rankings. Is like you said, preseason rankings. Frost is number 1, and Ninjas are down at 11. But the preseason rankings, nobody knows. These teams could live up to their hype, like you said, or they could be a bust. So really, all that matters is once the season starts.
Too are just a measuring stick of how well each general manager drafted, and Chad loves to interrupt what I'm saying, and he puts in another.
And there is Chad's hat trick as we're halfway through the game, and Frost is going to take a quick 3-1 lead now. They're slowly pulling away with it. That one goal that Ninja scored was erased basically immediately, and now Frost is just pulling further ahead. Speed's going to pop it up. Trying to get something started, trying to send it into the center of the field. So we're going to have a little bit of ping pong action here in the corner. It's a nice 50 by Cal. He's going to be able to clear it off their side. Speed pops it up. Posey's going to be there, but Dan's waiting for it. Dan with the pop. Speed sitting back on it, not able to get a touch that he wanted. As Cozy is trying to send it through. Ninjas need to get something started here. As a nice clear by Dan. As Chad could have a fourth, and he does. Chad is absolutely dominating this game.
He's wearing that backpack, carrying his team. That's his fourth. Already's got the hats on the field with the 3-piece, but now he added a fourth. 4-1 with a minute 53.
An absolutely just amazing performance by Chad here in game one. Is, like you said, just carrying Frost on his back. But, Ninjas just need to get something started here. They need to take a little bit of this momentum away as we're nearing somewhat towards the end of the game here. Do you got anything, that Ninjas should be thinking about here to try and get something started late?
Ninjas should really just... Ooh, that was a close shot by Chad. But Ninjas should really just thinking here just to get out really with no extra damage that they have already incurred right now. They know they need to just keep the momentum going for themselves. Try to rebound into game two. As we said, they are the underdogs heading into this game, so not a surprise if they do lose, but definitely for pride purposes, they do not want to start off 0-1 on the season.
Yeah, first game's one of the more important ones in my opinion. You kind of set the way that your season's going to go, because some people, once they take that first loss, it kind of changes their mentality of it. It could push people to practice harder, or not. It may discourage them, but you never want to start out with a losing record. You always want to start out on top. As Chad's going to try and get a fifth, but going to be cleared away by Chad. Excuse me. Or wow, mixing up names here.
You're good.
But anyways, Frost trying to go ahead and put a fifth one in the net, as it looks like Frost has put this game away pretty much. Ninjas, it would be in their, be best for them to be able to get a goal here, get a little momentum going in the game too. So right now, Frost definitely has all the momentum.
Frost, no looking to let their foot off the gas. Final seconds ticking down here in game number one. And Frost will take it by a 4-1 score unless Cozy will score no cow and will put it in. As I said, the pride goal, the one to rejuvenate their spirits here. 4-2 is your final score in game number one. Frost, take it.
Frost with the nice 1-0 lead there. Chad absolutely everything for his team. He did everything he could, and it did push them to the win. Ninjas, like I said, they needed that goal for momentum, and let's see how that last second goal is going to play into this next game.
Yeah, it definitely helps during the last seconds, to get that little momentum swing for you, especially for me competing for myself. Always those little morale boosters after poor games, poor performances are the ones that really matter the most. And as far as Ninjas, they didn't play that bad. They didn't play like horrendously, but then again, the score line was 4-2 in favor of Frost. So we'll see how they rebound here. They definitely just need to be a little more aggressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty even game, really. It's just Chad. If they can shut Chad down, then this is a different story for Ninjas. They just need to figure out what they can do to limit his goals and, his possession time. As you look at him, 650 points there for his score, 6 shots. He's, just letting the shots fly everywhere. So we have a little bit of downtime real quick. Let's head back into a little bit of the information between these two teams. Like we just saw there, Chad, great player. Same thing with Speed. And, those two players combined can really push Frost towards a good season. Dan has been the GM of the Sub-Zero org for quite a while, as far as I know. He's already gotten them 4 championships total, so it seems like he really knows what he's doing.
Clearly, 4 championships in 8 seasons is about a 50% ratio, and Cal will start it off for the Ninjas here in game number 2.
And that's exactly what they needed to do there. They're going to get the quick 1-0 lead, but we saw what happened last game. They got their quick 1 goal, and they basically did nothing for the rest of the game. So let's see if they're going to be able to keep pushing, or Frost is going to completely shut them down.
See if Frost can live up to their hype. As again, we previously stated, the number 1 seed right now going down 1-0. They did that in game 1, so no need to worry here yet if you are a Frost fan. Both of these teams are definitely high power, can win at any time, but we're looking at Frost to bring it on that more of a high-powered, high-pain offense.
Yeah, definitely, as Ninjas are still trying to get another goal there. That ball is going to be cleared away by Dan, trying to get a quick center, but he won't be able to get the touch. Ball floats down, and Cozy's going to clear it out. Malo's up. Could be a center here. It's popped up. Dan's going to end up getting the touch and clearing it off to the sidewall. Cal, possibly with a shot there, will go wide left. And just still trying to get something started, even though they do have one goal. But as we saw last game, that one goal may not last for a while. Once Frost gets started, it looks like, they just become a train. There's no stopping them.
Yeah, the train keeps rolling, as most people say. They put the car in cruise control, and they just keep going and going until the promised land. And they are not looking to hold back once they are in cruise control. Right now, Frost down's 1-0 with about a minute and a half gone here in the second game. Haven't seen really any stifling offense here. They do dominate the ball possession so far. We'll see if they can actually convert sooner or later.
Yeah, and there is a shot there saved by Cozy. I was going to clear it to the other side of the field. Dan just going to send it right back. It's having a boom battle. Cozy, same thing, right back to the Frost zone. We're having a little bit of a ping pong battle here. Back and forth between the sides, and a shot by Cozy, a great save by Chad. Mallow center it, but it will be cleared out by Dan. This could be a start of something for Frost. They need to get a goal here. So that ball is popped, and Chad's trying to get it through the team, but he can't 3v1 it there. A good attempt out of 50 by Speed, but it will not go his way as Dan is trying to take it through. Going to get a nice pinch on the floor to his teammate Chad. The shot out right there for the save. As it looks like Speed could hit it. Good attempt, but the shot back by Dan. Dan's going to put them even, I guess, as we are now tied at 1.
If you don't see try again, the follow-up from Dan will find it home. Frost on the board once again. I told you not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, and that is just the reason why you keep watching. Frost tied at 1.
Yep, and Frost just able to not quickly, but able to stay in control and Speed with a nice shot. And there you have it, just like last game. One goal on top of the other. Frost leads.
A 2-goal swing for Frost. Speed Demon, what a read from you, my friend. And it's 2-1 Frost. They're right back at you.
And like you said, Frost will not go out without a fight. Once they get started, it's hard to stop them, hard to slow them down. So they got 2 quick goals here. As Chad trying to put in a third, but Cal with the save. Cal's doing really good on defense here for Ninjas. Already got 2 saves and Speed with the shot, and Cal with the savior medal. As Chad with a good shot attempt, but Mallow's going to clear it out. Ball's in the corner. Frost trying to get a third goal here, trying to get all the momentum on their side. Mallow and Cozy a little bit of a double commit there, but doesn't seem like it's going to harm them as we're now heading towards the end of the game. Once again, Frost in the lead. But what do you think Ninjas is going to have to do if they want to try and tie this up as Dan is going to extend the lead by 1 more?
I think Ninjas really need to get to the ball possession here. Right now, the ball possession is in favor of Frost, 59 to 41 percentile right now. They're not getting towards the ball. Obviously, we see by that stat I just read off a 18% difference right now in ball possession. I think they just need to either control the ball longer or take more high-power chances. And as I say that, Dan puts it in.
Dan with the hat trick, going to extend the lead to 4-1 now. Just like last game, Ninjas with the lead, but then Frost gets one and keeps on chugging. 4-1 Frost. They're looking to push this series to a 2-0 lead in their favor.
Exactly. We talk about Chad being that striker, but look at Dan here, guys. 3 goals of his own. What a redirect from Speed Demon and a save from Cow. Holy, that would have been the clip of probably the year if that went in. But as I was saying, the versatility of this team, having Chad being able to score, having Dan, even Speed Demon able to find the back of the net on some crazy shots that he almost just put in earlier today. This versatility of this team makes it make sense why they are the number 1 ranked team heading into this league.
Yeah, definitely. Frost is, really showing us why they should be the one. Constant balls put in the back of the net. They're looking to, try and get another one here, playing a little aggressive as Ninja's trying to get something started, but Chad's going to send it back down. A little bit of a miscommunication there by Dan and Chad as they bump each other. Speed with the pass off the backboard and shot. It's going to hit the post, and Speed is going to make it 5-1, and that will do it for Frost. They will lead 2-0.
Frost looking to bring out the broomsticks here. A missed shot, and Speed Demon right on the goal line says, "I got you, my friend," and puts it home. Frost up 5-1 with 23 to go, and as you said, B-Matt, it's all over.
It is essentially over unless there's a miracle. I don't see that happening, but anything is possible in the game of car soccer. That ball is going to be sent into the Ninja corner, and we are now down below 10 seconds, and that will do it. Frost going to lead 2-0 in 3 seconds, and they're putting themselves in a position to get a sweep to start off their season, which will give them, a lot of confidence going later into the year.
Definitely a lot of confidence heading further down the line. This Frost team right now is unstoppable, unmatched. Dan, 3 goals on 5 shots. That is a 60% shot ratio from your MVP of the game. And I talk about their versatility, especially Chad going off in game 1. Now look at his stat line now, guys. 0 goals on 3 shots. He only had 1 assist contributing to the offense, That is why this team is so good, because they can pick up each other's slack. They can all play at a very high level when need to be, and they can all take over when need to.
Yeah, this is why Frost is going to be such a good team this year. Even though Chad, who did it all in game 1, like you said, didn't do anything in this game 2. Dan and Speed really stepped up. Dan with the hat trick. And, if you want to be a successful team, you can't rely on one person. And as you see there, Frost is able to spread out all the wealth, all the goals. And, they lead 2-0. They're putting themselves in a position to sweep as Ninjas are going to do anything they can to attempt a reverse sweep. It's not impossible. Is it unlikely? Yes. But Ninjas is still a great team. As you can see, these games have been slightly, not completely unbalanced, but as long as Ninjas is able to, hold strong, they match up very well against Frost.
Yeah, what I'm seeing really right now is Ninjas is really being a team of individuals. They are not a team. Well, they're not. They're more of a group of individuals, not a team of individuals. They're a group of individuals that are not cohesively playing together. I'd like to see more team plays out of them. As far as Frost goes with the team scenario, they are the definition of a team. They have gotten 4 assists just last game, and I think the game before that they had I think 2 or 3. Assisting every time they're going down the field is crucial in the game of Rocket League, especially when we're playing against another high-powered team in Ninjas. It's so important to be able to pass the ball and dish it to your teammates to get them open opportunities.
Yeah, and, Frost already looking to start off strong. Jolly Rogers with the save. So far in the first 2 games, the team to score first hasn't done anything for the remainder of the game. So, we may see if Ninjas isn't the team to score first, if Frost scores first, that could be in their benefit. Dan's going to clear it off to the side. Posey's going to send it to Cal. Cal's going to get it past Speed. Chad's going to clear it away to his teammate Dan. Dan with the center. It's going to be sent away by Cozy. Dan trying to put it back, will not go. Dan trying to center it, desperately trying to center it for his team. As Cal going to clear it away from his own corner, taking it across his net. A little bit of a dangerous move, but if nobody's there, why not go for it?
Why not go for it? Ball now in the midfield here. And we're going to talk about the sub-in. Jolly Rogers here relieving for Mallow. This could be a change of dynamic of their gameplay for Ninjas. We always you always think about that sub. Are they going to be the spark plug off the bench, or are they going to be the dead weight? Right now, Jolly Rogers holding his own in the first minute. Let's see if he can keep that up for the next 5 and hopefully propel Ninjas into the win.
Yeah, Ninja's trying to do anything they can, trying to make some changes to see if, that'll help them out here. As Jolly Rogers has played previously, he's a great player, so it could help Ninjas, get the extra boost they need. Jolly with the pass to Cal. Cal almost with a phenomenal shot. Will not get it. As Chad going to try and get a shot on, but Cozy's going to stop it. It's the pass down to Chad. Yeah, they did a little bit. But that ball is headed towards Ninja's net. It's going to be a bump, and Chad going to have a wide open net there thanks to the bump by Dan.
Right, ball bouncing right in the mid slot there, and Dan, just goes ham town for Cozy, bumps him right out of the way, says, "You're not getting that save. My teammate's getting that goal." And they started off 1-0 for Frost. What else do you expect out of this team, except I jinx myself and Cal scores?
Yep, and it's really the roles are reversed now. Each team who has scored first has given up a tying goal very quickly, and now all 3 games. So let's see if it's going to hold true, and let's see if Ninjas is going to be able to, continue pushing that forward like Frost did to them in the first 2. So that ball is going to be sent onto Frost territory. Cozy trying to get a shot, but he won't be able to. A good center there by Ninjas, but will leave a 2v1 back. A Speed trying to get a double, will not get it. Dan misses as well. Chad with the shot. Cozy with the save, desperately trying to stop it. Cozy trying to clear it out as he's in a 2v1. Where are his teammates? As shot will not go there. Cal trying to clear it off their side. Ninjas need to get something started. They can't, risk going down 2-1 in this game as they're facing a sweep. Speed trying to get a shot on, will not. Cal taking it, going for a pinch, will not get it. Dan with a nice 50 attempt. Dan sending it back to his own teammate. Speed with it. Speed possibly with an open net, trying to cross up Cal, and he will. Frost leads 2-1.
We talked about how normally when the first team scores the goal in this series, they end up losing, but Speed Demon not looking to make that happen for Frost. They're up 2-1 here in game number 3, looking to end it.
Yeah, Ninjas need to do anything they can to avoid the sweep. That'll be back-to-back seasons that they get swept by Frost. They obviously don't want to start their season in that way. They need to at least pull away with 1 game, or else, that's a lot of, discouragement towards the team as Dan's going to pancake it in, and what a 50.
What a 50 indeed. Chad all the way down the field. Dan kind of messes himself up, but Jolly Rogers puts it right into Dan, and he gets the free dunk. He's like LeBron James out there. And it's 3-1 Frost with a minute 51. And right now, they're getting out the broomsticks.
They most definitely are. Ninjas desperately need to start something. The nice pass out by Cozy. I won't be able to get the touch. Then just trying to keep it in. Speed with the clear. Demo by Cozy. Chad not quite able to put that one on target. Jolly Rogers clearing it down to the other team. Clear right to Chad. Chad with the shot going off the backboard. Shot by Dan, and it's 4-1. Frost is pulling away.
Frost, no looking at not to just win, but to embarrass the Ninjas. Dan with his second of the game, Bardowski, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, and, everybody on Frost has a goal now. They're all, first game that they've all had something going for them. So they're really, distributing the weight here in the series, or not the series, but in this match. Cal trying to get a 50 there. Dan will win it, though, to his teammate Chad. As Frost still trying to put goals into Ninja's net, just trying to absolutely embarrass them, like you said. Dan going to try and clear it away. Cozy with the 50, going back towards his own zone. Dan sending it to his teammate. Speed will not be able to get there. Cozy with the demo. That ball sent high into the air off the roof. Could be a tough save, but Cozy will get up there in time. Ball's bouncing around in the corner. 30 seconds remaining. Do you think Ninjas is going to be able to come back?
Absolutely not. because Frost is just. We talk about Frost as that team, and you said distributing the weight. If they do this all the time, they are even more unstoppable than they already are. With the one man show happens, and Dan puts the hats on the field for the 5-1 score, and he's got a hat trick. But as I was saying, when this team, every one of them steps up in a game, it is all over for the opposition. Definitely deserving in that preseason #1 rank, and they're going to head into this 3-0, heading into match number 2, and they're going to be a force in the novice league.
They definitely are. They've been a powerhouse for the last couple seasons, and they're looking to continue that trend. Because that ball, once it drops, that'll be a sweep for Frost. They will sweep Ninjas, and they start out 1-0 this season. A great start for them. That's exactly what they wanted. It's an unfortunate start for the Ninjas. They couldn't quite pull away even with one game, but that just shows how good the Frost roster is.
Frost, as we keep saying, the so-called the decimator, the dominator, whatever word you want to describe it as just dominating. They were unstoppable from start to finish, allowing one goal each game. Just beautiful peak performance Rocket League.
Yeah, a great game by Frost there. We are going to be heading into the third and final match of the night in just a few minutes we will head to the Titan League for Dragons versus Inferno, the first game of the season for that team, or for those two teams, excuse me. But that'll end it off here for us. Thank you so much for joining me, Vexy. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure for my rookie cast. I appreciate, Rockerman giving me a chance to be here and get used to seeing my face, get used to seeing my ginger hair, because I'll be here a lot and I'll be here whenever I can on this cast. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. But with that being said, we have just run out of time. And plus, we need our boy Jarhead to get this next match set up, because I know he's working tirelessly in countless hours just to get this right for tonight's stream. Huge shout out to him. But with that being said, we're going to go to a little break, and then we are going to head to Titan League. See you guys in a minute.
Ay, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but time my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter. One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Yeah, that game wasn't even close. Oh man. Who's starting tonight? Dragon. I mean, I don't know. This can go either way. This game. No, I'm trying to looking at the rosters. I mean, I think Vulcan's starting. No, this can go either way. This game. No, I'm trying to. I was talking to him earlier. Blocky, Mux, Vulcan, Mayo, Aura. How do you pronounce his name? Jesus. Kratos, Mew, Yerquiz, Yerks, Blocky, Mux, Vulcan, Mayo, Aura.
and welcome to the first week of season 9, Nemesis. I'm here with Mr. Dan, the Danimal, and we have a banger matchup on our in front of us. But first off, Dan, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good after last series. I'm glad to get the first one on the season, and especially on stream, possibly make a statement. But that's in the past. Now we gotta look towards the present time, which we got Dragons taking on Inferno.
Should be a good one. And I mean, Dan, is there any